Yeah, so I just needed a little time to. So I guess, there's a lot to say about the human psyche. And, if you go through something, then sometimes your brain doesn't know the difference between if you're being attacked by a giant lion or your boss is yelling at you. You know what I mean? And so I feel like mentally and physically, I felt like I was stuck in survival mode. Like my body was stuck in fight or flight. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. I had a lot of chest pain from anxiety. And I felt almost like paralyzed in my bed. Like I was just rotting the days away. And it felt like the only time I could feel kind of human was if my friends forced me to leave my house or I had to stream. And then, it wasn't good to stream during those days because, I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I wear my heart on my sleeves. And it really showed that I wasn't doing so hot whenever I streamed. And I don't want to worry my chat. So I took much needed time off, Yeah, there's a lot to say about, being a streamer is a very privileged job to have. I can make my own hours. This job is a luxury to have, and I'm not there's no reason for me to complain or hate my job because I love my job. But when I am not, I guess if my brain is not doing the hottest, then it's really hard to hide that because, I hang out with you guys. I hang out with my chat for hours a day. You see, it's different than a YouTube video. I would say being a streamer is much different than being a YouTuber because a YouTuber, everything's pre-filmed, everything is, and I'm generalizing, but everything is polished before you see the final product. Whereas streaming is, these are my thoughts, emotions, how I sound, how I talk. There is no post editing or production. This is just me with maybe 30 milliseconds of latency, right? So it's really hard for me to hide that I'm not doing so hot, and I don't want to, that's bad for me. That's bad for my chat, and I have a lot of bad habits. The caked up monster. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Yeah. I don't really know the point I'm getting at. I think I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah. My normal cycle of things is I like to play catch up with myself, and then I got really burnt out. I'll binge stream. I know that's not a real word, but I'll stream a ton, get burnt out, take a break, and then I take the break, and it doesn't really feel like a break because I feel like I'm running out of time. And excuse me, that's no way to live, right? Living as if there's a doomsday clock above your head is not super fun. Yeah, I've had to come to the realization that, as much as I hate not, I guess, I feel like I don't know. I feel like people say you miss all the opportunities you don't take, but sometimes you gotta, how do I explain this? Say those opportunities come, right? But you're not in the right time or place in your life to take those opportunities and really make use of them. And so let's say you do take that opportunity and it doesn't go the way you want it to because, I don't know, you just weren't ready for it. That's what I really had to like come to peace with. That I'm not running out of time. I need to find better ways of fulfillment to find happiness. And it needs to stop being external. I need to stop looking for external sources of happiness. And I shouldn't internalize every bad thing that happens to me because I have a very bad habit of catastrophizing, right? Like one bad thing can happen to you and it's so easy to generalize, to live as if like everything is tainted because one bad thing happened is no way to live. It's like torture. And I really like this quote. I wrote it down. Don't pray for easier days. Pray for the resilience to get through difficult ones. And yeah, you know, the past, I started reading, chat. I know. Isn't that crazy? After college, I haven't picked up a book ever since. Like the last time I picked up a book was when I was in my clinicals, which was, god damn, it's been like 7 years. It's crazy. But yeah, I know how to read now, which is pretty awesome. I do like to read. Reading is fun. I read chat, when you know your life is in shambles when you start to read again. That's true. Sometimes books just find their way to you during parts of your life where you need it the most. The first book I read was Don't Believe Everything You Think. I thought it was an okay book. I'd give it like 4 out of 5 stars. I wasn't a big fan of the hand-holdingness of the book. I'm so bad with American idioms. The crux of the book is that there are thoughts that should just be treated as, I don't know, protons and electrons bouncing around in your brain. Your thoughts are like just kinetic energy in your brain. And you don't have to like give them significance. If you start to think past like anything, when it stops being objective and it starts being subjective, then you have to learn to ground yourself, which I thought was like, you know, that seems easier said than done. And then the rest of the book was kind of, it felt like coping, you know? It felt like coping. But I mean, I get it because like your brain is a muscle, and the more you train your brain to take specific neural pathways, aka like certain lines of thinking, then the more you will be able to not have intrusive thoughts, which is very difficult, but you know, I'm trying.